Streaming from the 22 News Broadcast Center. This is 22 News at 4 p.m. Digital Edition.
Hey, good Wednesday afternoon. I'm Nick Oresco, and thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock. Top stories in just a moment. First, some wet roads out there for your evening commute. Let's bring in 22 News Storm Team meteorologist Brian Lapis with a look at current weather and traffic conditions.
Yeah, a little rainy. There is a little bit of snow in Franklin County, but not much. This snow situation is kind of collapsing on us, but we still could see a few flakes here for the evening commute. So far, no major problems on the roads. You can see here the Mass Pike looks good from the Berkshires to Sturbridge, and I-91 is also looking pretty good. Even in downtown, no significant delays, so that is good to know. Temperatures are above freezing everywhere. 39 in Greenfield, Northampton, Springfield 37. Even in the Berkshires, mid to upper 30s right now. Clouds and radar showing 1243 to 343. You can see a little ribbon of snow here on the northern edge of this precipitation in Franklin County and northern Berkshire County. Eventually, some cold air is going to change this rain over to snow even in the lower Pioneer Valley, but it may not happen until after the evening commute, which I guess is good news. Minimal snow accumulations this go around. We have 2 more chances of snow over the next 7 days. We'll talk about it with our 22 News Storm Team forecast.
Portions of the Holyoke Mall are closed today after a 3-alarm fire broke out on the roof late last night. The Holyoke Fire Department posted to social media that crews got the call around 11 o'clock, and there were heavy flames coming from the roof. Officials say the fire itself was close to the Target store, but heavy smoke poured into the entire mall. They added that the fire was accidental, stemming from employees cutting the ductwork to clean and update it. No one was hurt. Mall officials say interior and common areas, including the food court, are closed today. Stores and other retailers with outside entrances will be open. We'll have the latest coming up tonight. And also in Holyoke, police responded to an alleged armed robbery at the Dollar Tree on Northampton Street Tuesday night. According to police, officers responded to the Dollar Tree at around 9:35 last night for a report of an armed robbery. The suspect, who had a knife on them, stole an undisclosed amount of cash before leaving the store. The suspect was not immediately found in the search efforts. The Holyoke Criminal Investigations Bureau is investigating. The 65-year-old man accused of a hit and run in Pittsfield is expected to be arraigned this week. According to the Berkshire DA's office, William Gross of Hancock is expected to be arraigned today in Central Court in the Berkshires. The crash happened late Tuesday at the intersection of Francis Ave and Linden Street and took the life of 69-year-old William Colbert of Pittsfield. Gross faces motor vehicle homicide charges and leaving the scene of a motor vehicle accident. One person was rescued by firefighters in a fire in Great Barrington Tuesday afternoon. Authorities were dispatched to the 200 block of North Street at around 12:40 yesterday afternoon, where the fire was contained to the home's roof and attic. 2 police officers reportedly entered, rescuing an injured person on the 2nd floor. Fire crews from 5 other communities were called in for mutual aid, and the fire was stopped before it could be reached to other parts of the home. The rescued person was treated on scene and did not require hospitalization. Well, mostly rain out there across western Massachusetts this afternoon and evening, Brian.
Yeah, we do expect a little bit of a change over to some snow, but not until after sunset. The evening commute may have a few flying flakes. Let's take a look with our 22 News Storm Team clouds and radar. You can see right along the northern edge here, we've got a little bit of snow, Franklin County, northern Berkshire County. We look into the future here, and you can see by 5 o'clock that rain-snow line sagging southward. So for at least a piece of the evening commute, we do expect many of us to see at least some snow. But notice as early as 7 o'clock, we're starting to see some holes in this snow. And then for the most part, it's done by 10 p.m. tonight. So minimal chances, we got a short window of time, a narrow window of time. Windows close like this, right? Yeah. Window of time is closing for us to get any accumulating snow, so accumulations would be minimal. With that said, watch out. I still expect we're going to be below freezing here mid to late evening and overnight, so there will be icy surfaces. Not a bad day, though, tomorrow. 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, sunshine rising, bright at 10 a.m. Noontime sunshine, a few clouds fill in during the afternoon, but really no big deal there. High temperatures, again, 38 to 42 here on Thursday. Our next round of wintry weather arrives Friday morning. We'll update you on that timing on 22 News at 5.
Well, let's open the window into the Olympics. A week after a devastating crash that left her hospitalized, Olympic skier Lindsey Vonn continues to heal in the United States. The 41-year-old broke her left leg during the downhill and has undergone multiple surgeries. She says she still can't stand and will need additional operations. Vonn posted online thanking medical staff in Italy. Now, just days before the crash, she had also torn her ACL in another fall during what was meant to be her comeback Olympics after nearly 6 years in retirement. Skier Mikaela Shiffrin's 8-year-long Olympic medal drought is over. The American ski star ran 2 dominant runs today, propelling her to victory in the women's slalom event by a massive 1.5 seconds. It was the 3rd largest margin of victory in the event's Olympic history. Shiffrin won gold in the same event as a teenager back at the Sochi 2014 Olympics. Now, 12 years later, she continues to prove why she's often considered the greatest alpine skier of all time. And it's a record 10th gold medal for Norway's Johanni Klæbo. Today, the cross-country skier took first place in the men's team sprint, setting another Winter Games record in the process. He, alongside his teammate, clocked in at 18 minutes and 28.9 seconds. He has won every race he has entered at these games and has won more gold medals than any other Winter Olympian in history. Tonight on 22 News, starting at 5 o'clock, in celebration of Black History Month, Holyoke Community College is hosting a Harambe celebration. Tonight, a look into how the event is bringing the community together. And as educators focus in on challenges facing Bay State students, our State House reporter breaks down how new legislation could shape the future of Massachusetts schools. Plus, Bright Nights held its annual appreciation breakfast this morning. Hear how one retiring team member was honored during that celebration. Brian.
Traffic is doing pretty well this afternoon despite the crummy weather. You can see here I-91, no major problems, and even downtown things are running smoothly and the Pike is in good shape. So be ready. There could be a few snowflakes flying around as we get deeper into the evening commute, and at least 2 more chances for snow here before during the weekend, I guess you could say. Over the next 7 days, that's probably the best way to describe it. We'll show you on 22 News starting at 5.
Updates anytime at wwlp.com, the free 22 News app, and always on 22 News Plus. We'll see you tonight starting at 5.